For our public service announcement, we'd like to take this time to talk about algal blooms in Central Florida. So algal blooms are harmful overgrowth of algae in a body of water. What causes algal blooms? Algal blooms are caused by excess runoff of nitrogen and phosphorus, sunlight, and slow-moving water. In this picture, you can see Lake Okeechobee and the algae that have begun to create inside of it. And in this picture, you can see more algae. And then in these two pictures, you can see where algal blooms have completely overflooded. In this chart, we drew nitrogen loading, which is nitrogen being introduced to a body of water where it's creating an algal bloom. This algal bloom comes down to a very first level where algal cells will die and decompose. Then lower in the water, decomposition lowers dissolved oxygen concentrations in bottom waters. And then in very lower levels, the low oxygen dissolved will stress the marine organisms. How algal blooms affect aquatic life. Algal blooms release toxins that kill or harm humans and aquatic life. These toxins you're unable to tell if it's toxic just by looking at a body of water. You'll have to test it. Algal blooms will create dead zones in the water and raise treatment costs for water.
This picture depicts the factors influencing the growth of harmful algal blooms. Most harmful algal blooms flourish under high light conditions as well as when elevated levels of phosphorus are present. Urban and agricultural runoff, as well as leaking septic systems and other sources of wastewater into shallow, stagnant water, can create an environment for algae to flourish.